Hi guys, and welcome to another What I Eat in a Day. So yeah, let's get right into the video. Okay, so starting off with breakfast this morning, the first thing I did was chop up some fresh fruit we had lying around. So I picked up some strawberries, some very ripe pear that needed to be eaten up, and I just cut this up into little cube shapes. And of course, my dog wanted all of it. So she was begging, as she does, but very cute. So then I grabbed some lava yogurt. This is my favorite vegan yogurt that's on the market right now. It's like a Greek yogurt, but there's no added sugar, and the tartness is like, I don't know, it's just so good, you have to try it. So then I'm adding my fruit, so my pear and my strawberry, and then I'm just putting in a little bit of granola into the bowl. And I also like to put in like a little splash of almond milk, like just a little bit, when I'm having like a yogurt kind of parfait type thing. Yeah, this is what I had for breakfast. I really love like fruit and yogurt and granola in the morning. It's kind of like my go-to. All right, so for lunch, the first thing I did was toast up a piece of bread because we are going to be making some avocado toast with a side salad and some fruit. So then for my salad, I'm just chopping up some bell pepper that I had lying around. And then I'm also gonna chop up some fresh strawberries to go on the side. It was like very warm this day, so I was just kind of feeling like the spring, summer vibes with all of the fresh kind of ingredients. So then you guys know how to make avocado toast. I just spread some avocado on my piece of Dave's Killer Bread and then plated up my strawberries alongside of that. And then I used this like Trader Joe's spring mix that had like some radicchio and some carrots, and I just put, I don't know, a big handful of that on the side of my plate as well. And then I added my bell pepper on top of that. And for a dressing, I took some organic tahini from Trader Joe's, and I just put maybe like, I don't know, 2 teaspoons of that over the top. I really like the flavor of tahini. And then I also put on little like a capful of olive oil, and then some balsamic vinaigrette. So a super light, easy dressing, but also really yummy. And this is what I had for lunch. So it was really fresh. I love kind of having fresh things with also some like bread, something crunchy for texture. And yeah. All right, so moving on to dinner, the first thing I did was chop up some firm tofu. I patted this off with a towel just to get some of the extra moisture off, and then I cut it into cubes. And then I placed these cubes into a small bowl. And I added on some, this is liquid aminos, but you can also use soy sauce, a big tablespoon of chopped up garlic, some gochujang, which is just like spicy chili paste, Korean chili paste, and then a big drizzle of maple syrup, and some almond butter. So this is one of my favorite tofu marinade recipes. I love using peanut butter or almond butter in these. You can also add like sesame oil, you could add ginger, very versatile. So then I gave this a mix and I refrigerated it for like 30 minutes, but honestly, you don't have to refrigerate it. I just had some extra time. So then I went ahead and spread this on a lined baking sheet. And you want to do your best to make sure that the tofu isn't touching one another. It's just going to bake a little bit faster this way. And I personally love to bake my tofu instead of frying it. I just think it's easier, low fuss, and you can get a really good crunchy tofu from it. So then with my tofu, I'm going to be serving up a veggie stir fry. So I first chopped up some onion into little slices. And then I cut the woody part off of the ends of asparagus and chopped up my asparagus. And then I had some pre-cut broccoli florets from Trader Joe's, so I pulled a couple of those out, and they're all kind of different sizes, so some of the bigger ones I took and just cut into smaller pieces so that they would cook more evenly. And then this is what my chopped veg looks like. So right before the tofu is about to come out of the oven, I go ahead and add some sesame oil or olive oil to the bottom of a pan, and I add the vegetable that's going to cook the longest. So in this case it was broccoli, and I added some water to help steam that through, along with some garlic for taste. And I just gave that a mix and let that cook off for a few minutes until the garlic was browning. And then I added in my onions. So I don't like my onions super soft in my stir fry, so I add them in a little bit later. And then I also added some soy sauce. And then I chucked in my asparagus along with a little bit more water just to help everything kind of steam up and deglaze the pan. And then I had this Korean barbecue sauce that I added. You can easily just serve this with like some maple syrup and some soy sauce and some sesame oil, or if you have a pre-made sauce, you can add that. And then I had some leftover ginger bok choy that I cooked up earlier, so I just added that in at the very end to warm it through. And then this was what my veggies looked like when they were done. And I just took those out of the bowl and I tossed in my now baked tofu along with some of the sauce that was reserved when I baked it and added that on there. It just kind of gives it like, I don't know, a saucy coating at the end, because when it comes out of the oven it can be dry sometimes. So just adding the sauce really gives it that extra flavor. But yeah, this is what I had for dinner. Love the tofu, love eating with veggies and some rice, and yeah, this is definitely a go-to dinner for me. Okay, and then I always have to have dessert, so I had some apple lying around, so I chopped that up, and then I also grabbed some of these JoJo's original guilt-free chocolates that have like protein powder in them and nuts and like less sugar than regular chocolate, and they're really good. You can get them at Costco. So I just had like a couple pieces of that along with some apple slices, and that was my dessert. But yeah, this concludes my what I ate in a day. I hope you guys liked it. I hope it gave you some food inspiration. And yeah, I hope you have a wonderful day and are staying happy and positive. I'll see you guys in the next video.